A video for me, but I took a video for note for Carson because he saw the movie with Emily and really liked it. Matt.
But the site that they were filming at was actually Howard Hughes' old ranch north of here. Okay, we got everybody. Alrighty, folks. So this is our up-close look at the War of the Worlds crash site set from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, released in 2005, starring Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, and Justin Chatwin. Based off the H.G. Wells novel, which tells the story of an alien invasion. But in Spielberg's version, it's a father making sure that his two children are going to survive. So, in this scene, it starts out with Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, and Justin Chatwin hiding out in a basement in a house that they find in a New Jersey neighborhood. They left New York City. They're fleeing out of the city because it's too dangerous. They go into this neighborhood. They hide out in an abandoned house in the basement, and they hear all this commotion happening, all these flashing lights. And when they come out the next day, they come across the airplane crash site that we see over here. But let's get a better glimpse of it. Right on down this way.
What?
What's the
California. Yeah. So crazy, it's right next to the oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, the filming that was taking place just beforehand was actually filmed over in New Jersey several weeks beforehand. Then, they decided to film this sequence here in Southern California, and they actually recreated that same New Jersey neighborhood by creating the houses that were over there, which are these facades just across the street over here. This is actually modeled on real houses in New Jersey. And we've actually had guests that have come to visit, they look at the house and they go, I'm pretty sure that's right.
You watch a movie and you realize, oh wait,
That is modeled on my house. And Spielberg wanted to get a genuine reaction from his actors, so we did not let them see this set at all until they began filming the sequence. Because he wanted to see their actual shock and awe to see a destroyed airplane set. So they get into a car and then they drive away. The whole sequence of this film lasts about 4 minutes in the runtime. But to construct this one set, it was extremely expensive. But I think it paid off. In fact, this airplane, like Luke said, is a real airplane. They purchased it from an airplane graveyard out in the Mojave Desert for about $60,000. Then they had to move it all the way from that airplane graveyard over here to Southern California over to Los Angeles on our back lot. To do that, they cut it up into 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, and then the tail end on the opposite side, loaded it all up on the flatbed truck, and moved it here to Los Angeles. But then they found another problem. The airplane was not going to fit under a freeway overpass. So they cut the roof off the airplane, why the roof was cut off over here, and then they tossed it just over onto the other side to destroy the houses across the street. That's how they incorporated that into the story, by having it the alien the airplane and then sucking it all out. So, that transportation process took about $100,000. So you're already looking at a budget of $260,000 just for the airplane alone. Not taking into account the cost for the actors, we pay crew to be paid, and the whole sequence of events. That would have made a very expensive scene. Or the rest of the movie. All for 4 minutes of the film. But it really paid off. It's a really impressive scene. After they finished filming over here, Paramount, the studio that produced the film, said, okay, we're done filming, you can take down the set now. But, do you want to keep it as part of the studio tour? And Universal said, yeah, this set is amazing, we're going to keep it. Then Paramount said, sure, you can keep it as part of your studio tour, but under the promise that you cannot film anything else out here for about 5 years. So from 2005 to 2010, we did not film anything else over here. Once that contract was up, we began filming again. In fact, the house just across the street has been featured in several home insurance commercials. State Farm to show you the dangers of having a bad policy. The greenhouse in the middle. Oops, watch out. Trans right by over here. That greenhouse in the middle over there was used for an episode of Community of it. Habitat for Humanity project. And they've used the airplane itself for a zombie-themed photo shoot for America's Next Top Model. So we've been able to use this area pretty frequently, and they also train search and rescue dogs for search and rescue missions by our first responders over here.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, all the items that you see scattered around over here, you see some Christmas decorations, bicycles, some clothes. They actually were able to have those donated by the crew. They said, go into your attics. If you have anything you don't want, bring it to set the next day. And they did. They did all over the set, and it's here permanently. Now, we were able to use a couple props from our own prop warehouse over and over again to kind of decorate the set as well. For instance, take a look over here at this cop car. Now again, the film is set in New Jersey. This cop car has a license plate that says Illinois. And it's an older cop car from about the 1980s. Does anybody know a 1980s movie using a lot of cop cars from Illinois?
E.T.
No,
Wait,
Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers. Oh, I'm an idiot. That was just...
But look at the logo over here. It says Metropolitan Police. But District of Columbia. That was used after War of the Worlds. That was for an episode of Angie Tribeca, which is set in D.C. So they had to decorate it by slapping on the D.C. logo onto the side of there. Now, again, old airplane from an airplane graveyard from about the 1970s and 80s. In fact, if you look carefully, you can see some ashtrays that are in the armrests.
Oh.
And lots of legroom. Who sees that nowadays? But, did anybody fly over here to visit us today? I hope none of you flew Delta. This is an old Delta airplane. They were actually able to take off the logo of it so that way they don't violate any copyright. Especially if you're Delta, you're going to be very upset that your airplane is so prominently featured. Because you don't want people thinking that your airplanes are just going to follow the sky, right? So, we were able to hide that logo. Another logo we had to hide on this set was the creator of the airplane itself, or the company that manufactured it, which is Boeing. This is a Boeing 747. So you can see the Boeing logo is blacked out and smudged out just over at that side over there. Again, so that way we don't violate the copyright. Awesome. Do you have any questions? Does anybody want to take a photo? Yeah, what's up? Which ones? Those would have been donated by some of the crew members that they didn't want those toys anymore, so they just were able to incorporate them as part of the set.
So Spielberg is really prominently featured on the studio tour, so I'm sure he was ecstatic to have this last forever as well.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, we honored Jurassic Park, you know,
Jaws.
We even had an E.T. ride when we first opened our theme park portion.
Still in Orlando.
Still in Orlando.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has a very distinct smell.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I like it.
Careful. There we go. Awesome. Anybody else want a photo? Any other questions or anything? Awesome. Great. So let's head on back over to the trolley.
Cool, right?
Pictures, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, because you took me in front of that, and you took me in front of that, right?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like a Spielberg movie set.
Well, it's
Spielberg
cool. You can
movie
see
set.
by Jaws too.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
That's like actual Jaws. I thought it was just like a fake thing they made.
Well, you were on the right side for that. Because I couldn't see that at all.
He asked me, he said Jaws is on the left and the flood's on the right. So I said, okay, Jaws, I know where I'm going.
Actually, a couple more things I want to point out.
Yeah.
Great outdoors, buddy. I remember that.
Yeah. That's right.
That was on just the other day. You said, they go, yeah, that's the house.
Oh, time to board the bus.
See when they split it in half?
Such a good movie.
John Candy was phenomenal.
Incredible. Just such a comedic legend.
Left too soon.
Couple more things I want to point out over here. This is the tail end of the airplane. This was actually prominently featured in a music video starring Nicki Minaj and the winner of the Super Bowl, Rihanna, over here for their song Fly. They actually had some backup dancers dancing on the wings of the airplane. They were dancing right in front of it. But normally the airplane's wings wouldn't be positioned this way. They actually made them flat this way so that way they can have dancers stand on top of it. Right on over behind me, like Lucas mentioned, that's the log cabin from the Great Outdoors. If you look carefully, you can see that line that goes from the second floor window all the way down, right down the middle. That's actually where they were able to cut the house in half, load it up, and then move it over to this location from its original location where the note sets are located now. Just like the airplane, you just load it up on the flatbed truck, take it to its next spot. And that one, again, is a full practical set, so you can film outside of it and inside of it, too.
Oh, wow.
And this area that's right in front of it is an area called Push Button Falls. It's not an actual waterfall. It's called Push Button Falls because you push a button and the waterfall works. We're really straightforward here at Universal. Awesome.
It's like an old street.
Just like, exactly, just like the old streets. All right, any other questions?
Is that someone's house up there?
That is somebody's house, actually. That is a very expensive neighborhood looking out onto this airplane crash site set. Yeah.
What a nice view. What would I give to wake up to see in an airplane crash?
It must be good.
Yeah.